It's clearly noted, especially at this very point within Dragon Ball Super, that we are closing in on the epic conclusion of the Future Trunks story arc, which has gone on since June 2016, beginning with Dragon Ball Super episode 47, leading up until the current episode, Dragon Ball Super episode 66. And with that comes a very unexpected yet nostalgic introduction of the mighty fusion warrior known as Vegito. And after being put through physical torture, both Goku and Vegeta have realized that they have come to a point where defeating Zamasu's merger is simply out of the question. They need more power. They need a better fighting chance of defeating such a psychotic antagonist, and thus giving birth to Vegito in Dragon Ball Super. But the question is, can he win? I mean, he sure does look like he can, but can he? It's going to be a universal battle regardless of what anyone says, and given the fact that Zamasu has grown so powerful in terms of strength, someone like Vegito having to match him blow for blow does seem to make the most logical sense. But even with Vegito introduced in Dragon Ball Super, right now you guys are looking at a screenshot of merged Zamasu taking a full-on Super Saiyan Blue Vegito final Kamehameha wave straight to his face without even moving a flinch, and we also get to see in the following image how Zamasu easily just emerges from the rubble unscathed by Vegito's attack. Now I want you guys to put this in perspective on how powerful a final Kamehameha wave would be from someone like Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, and even after tanking his final Kamehameha wave, we see how Zamasu easily emerges from the rubble unscathed, not scratched, not hurt by the attack. Now the attack itself would be enough to legitimately shatter worlds, and we see how Zamasu escapes. Now some might be asking, how is that possible? Well, we do understand that he is still immortal according to Gowasu and the Supreme Kai, that Zamasu still retains his immortality, which makes him more dangerous than ever before, given the fact that now he also has Goku Black's endlessly growing power to back him up alongside his immortality. But even with that alone, towards the end of the preview, we get to also see how Zamasu is pretty much pinned down by Vegito, as Vegito has his hand over his face, but then something happens with Zamasu's eyeball. His eyeball begins to emit some sort of energy, and as you guys can see on your screen, we see in the first shot how Vegito is sent flying back up in the sky, and then we see how Zamasu pretty much bursts out with energy, emitting tons of energy out on the surface, and we see how Vegito soon after is sent flying in a totally different direction. So this just goes to show that perhaps maybe Vegito, despite the damage that he may have dished out on Zamasu, has caused Zamasu to grow in terms of power. Now that's pretty scary to note, especially even noting that Goku Black was able to increase due to the fact that he grew through pain itself. So perhaps maybe Zamasu has also adapted that and retained Goku Black's ability to grow during pain itself, which, as seen with Goku Black, would allow him to grow in terms of power as well. So because of these little tiny screenshots, it indicates to me that Zamasu will indeed be on par with Vegito. Despite Vegito's strength, it's due to the fact that Zamasu is immortal that makes him on par with Vegito in essence, because there's nothing that Vegito can do that can physically harm Zamasu, as seen with the final Kamehameha wave taking Zamasu on head on, with him emerging from the dust unscathed. Now you also have to look at it like this: how much bigger can this battle actually get with Vegito and Zamasu? We can't really introduce anyone else in this fight right now because Gowasu and the Supreme Kai currently have not gone back into the past to seek the help of anyone else, and even if they did, someone like Lord Beerus cannot travel into the future. Obviously enough, we have Trunks who's there, but Trunks can only do so much going up against this mutated Ultimate Zamasu as seen fighting Vegito. So I think that at this very point we can all say for an absolute fact that this is going to conclude the ever so clashing battle between Zamasu and the future timeline, having to go up against Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, Mai, and several other characters within that particular timeline. Now of course, if you were to ask me personally if I believe Vegito is stronger than Zamasu, then my answer would be yes, but even as strong as Vegito is, you can't really compare that to someone who can't die, which is why I believe that at the end of the day, as much as Vegito dishes out to Zamasu, I think the ultimate winner here will be Trunks and the Mafuba, since given the fact that the Mafuba jar has been used before to seal Zamasu permanently away until he was able to burst out due to the fact that the special magical seal is no longer in the future timeline. In fact, it's being held by Roshi, so since they don't have the magical seal to permanently put someone away who's in the Mafuba jar, how exactly can they do it? Now again, we do have Trunks who knows the Mafuba technique and was able to seal Zamasu temporarily away, but can he also get the job done while Vegito holds off Zamasu? Either way, it's the perfect time, the perfect place, the perfect opponent and the perfect opportunity for Goku and Vegeta to fuse. But what about the events that have transpired with Zamasu? He too has looked to have evolved himself. I mean, his skin has looked like they mutated in some way, shape, or form. So what could this mean? Here are 3 theories as to what I believe may have happened to Zamasu's body. Scenario number 1, due to Goku breaking the Ring of Light behind Zamasu, this has ultimately created a negative effect onto his already corrupt fusion. Perhaps either the Ring of Light was the source of his power or something along the lines of maintaining it, and since Goku risks his life to destroy it, it results in Zamasu's body altering due to its destruction. Scenario number 2 would be the fusion of Zamasu and Goku Black could have already resulted in a horrific mutation. The Elder Kai back in Dragon Ball Z had once told Goku to never undergo fusion with the Potara while already transformed because it'll cause an unbalancing in the fusion. And what did Zamasu do? He fused with an already transformed Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, and so since he's not immortal, but Zamasu is, perhaps Goku Black's mortal features are beginning to show on the other side of Zamasu's body, causing this mutation to be more powerful indeed, but also causing him to greatly be unbalanced as an end result. And lastly, scenario number 3, this could be the result of battle damage. Perhaps either Goku's beam struggle had caused Zamasu to get hit during their struggle, and since Goku also breaks the ring behind him, results in Zamasu not being able to regenerate properly. We saw how Zamasu was able to regenerate, right? So what if the source of his regeneration was within the Ring of Light behind him? How else would you explain him looking like Two-Face from Batman anyway? Either Goku or Vegito himself are solely responsible and have resulted in Zamasu's deformity occurring. If anything, since Vegito was said to have affected Zamasu's body, the result of the way Zamasu looks could be due to the fact that Vegito's attacks may have affected Zamasu's body. Either way, Zamasu isn't a pushover, because even while Vegito is holding his face down onto the ground, Zamasu still manages, through his immense power, to blow Vegito right off of him into the vast distance, which tells me that for the first time ever, we are going to witness one of the most powerful warriors in creation struggle against someone in battle. And I think due to this mutation, Zamasu may have gotten even stronger than before because of the result of having Black a part of his spirit. The Mofuba hasn't been used since Trunks sealed Zamasu away for a short time, but can it be used again? Logically speaking, it has to. Despite how powerful Immortal has become, i.e. Vegito, when going up against flesh and blood that cannot be physically destroyed, what more can you do despite your powers being higher than your adversaries, of course? It is possible for Vegito to discover a way to single-handedly defeat Zamasu, but it will not be easy. The community has also shared its thoughts on the situation, and it seems like some believe that this isn't going to be as one-sided as many assumed it would be, with Vegito having the upper hand. The final act of this arc may include Vegito holding off this Mega God long enough for Trunks to figure out a way alongside Bulma, Gowasu, and the Supreme Kai in order to permanently seal Zamasu away, or, of course, if all else fails, Vegito could be the trump card that's needed to permanently put Zamasu away forever, whether that be somehow, if it's possible of course, to remove Zamasu's fusion and handle them individually as Vegito, or simply unleashing an attack or technique that Zamasu possibly cannot avoid or survive physically. But despite what may happen in the future, the arc is approaching its 20 episode mark, as right now it marks 19 episodes since 47 actually began, with future Trunks discovering who Goku Black was. But I want to know down in the comment section below, do you guys believe it's going to be Vegito that's going to be the one to put down Zamasu permanently, or do you guys believe that Vegito is only going to be a trump card they used for Trunks to buy a little bit of time for him to ultimately enough find a way to seal Zamasu off permanently? Is it possible that Zamasu is perhaps evolving into something greater? Perhaps I don't really assume or think that Zamasu is going to have any sort of transformation as many people are indicating. I do believe that what we're looking at right now is going to be the final act of Zamasu. There is no other transformation that he bears, I believe at least. But even if that's the case, do you guys believe that Zamasu does bear somewhat of another transformation, given the fact that Goku Black is a part of his body and Goku Black was also able to transform? Comment down below and let me know your thoughts, guys. Again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys are ready for Dragon Ball Super episode 66, then make sure to slap a like on this video. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to also subscribe for more awesome daily Dragon Ball content. Again, this is fan service for all the people that have wanted to see Fusion a part of Dragon Ball Super for such a very long time, because this, now more so now than ever, gives us clarity and hope into seeing Vegito actually fight someone that's equal to or at least around the same caliber as he is. And also having a look at the way Zamasu was structured in episode 65, we saw even after Goku and Vegeta attempted to punch Zamasu, Zamasu took great offense, not to the fact that Goku and Vegeta wanted to attack him, but the fact that Goku and Vegeta even resulted in touching such a supreme being as merged Zamasu. So that just goes to show that his arrogance here, especially going up against Vegito, is going to be at an all-time high, especially knowing now that both parties are now fused with the respective other. We have the raw powers of Goku Black and the immortality of Zamasu being combined, going up against two full-powered Super Saiyan Blues, that being Goku and Vegeta. So let me know down in the comment section below, guys, how exactly do you guys believe this is going to result in? Is this going to be a one-sided battle, or do you guys believe that there's something more to give here? Perhaps maybe this episode, or at least this arc, might be dragged on further as we see Vegito go up against Zamasu just a little bit more before this entire arc ends. Comment down below and let me know, guys. Thank you all for watching as always, and I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Peace.